Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by asking you this. How often have you faced a challenge that made you question whether you could go on, whether it was worth it, whether you had the strength? Let me tell you something tonight. Perseverance is not just an option. It's the key that unlocks the door to everything you're fighting for. Life will test you. It will push you down, sometimes hard enough to make you doubt yourself. But here's the truth. Every time you fall and get back up, you're not just standing, you're growing. You're getting stronger. I'm not here to tell you that the road is easy. No, it's steep and it's rocky. But the climb is where greatness lies. The climb is where you find out who you are, and more importantly, who you can become. You see, success doesn't come to those who wait for it to fall into their laps. It comes to those who keep moving forward, even when the odds seem stacked against them. Even when the light at the end of the tunnel is just a flicker. So when life knocks you down, don't stay down. Don't dwell on the loss or the mistake. Get up, dust yourself off, and take that next step, no matter how small it might feel, because every step forward, no matter how tiny, brings you closer to your dream. Remember, greatness is not in never falling. It's in rising every single time you do. And don't just rise for yourself. Rise for those who believe in you. Rise for the legacy you want to leave behind. So I challenge you tonight, whatever you're facing, whatever battle you're fighting, keep moving forward. Be relentless. Be unshakable. And when you get to the top of that mountain, look back and know you didn't just climb it. You conquered it. Keep moving forward and don't stop until you've crossed the finish line. Thank you. Adversity is inevitable. Challenges are woven into the very fabric of life. They come when we least expect them, testing our resolve, shaking our confidence, and sometimes leaving us wondering if we have the strength to continue. But here's the truth. Challenges are not the end of the story. They are merely chapters, moments in time that shape us, refine us, and prepare us for what lies ahead. Every setback, every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. It might not feel like it in the moment. The weight of adversity can be heavy, pressing down on your spirit, making it hard to see the way forward. But it's in those moments of struggle, those moments when the world feels like it's against you, that you discover something extraordinary. You discover resilience. You discover strength you didn't know you had. Adversity doesn't define you, it reveals you. It shows you what you're truly made of and pushes you to rise above what you once thought was possible. Think about it. The greatest stories, the ones that inspire us, that move us, that stay with us, are never the ones where everything came easy. They're the stories of people who faced incredible odds and refused to give up. They're the stories of those who turned pain into purpose and hardship into triumph. And the beauty of it is that this power isn't reserved for a select few. It's in all of us. The ability to endure, to adapt, to persevere, it's part of who we are. Yes, adversity will test you. It will challenge your patience, your courage, and sometimes even your faith. But it will also teach you. It will teach you the value of persistence, the power of hope, and the strength that lies in standing back up after every fall. So when challenges come, don't let them be the period at the end of your sentence. Let them be the commas, the pauses, the moments that lead to a greater, stronger, more determined version of you. Adversity is inevitable, but it is never the final word. Perseverance builds character. It's not just about surviving the storm, it's about emerging from it stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Each fall you experience, each setback you endure is not a mark of failure. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to transform. Life doesn't promise a smooth path. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected obstacles that can knock you down when you least expect it. But here's the thing, falling is not the end. Rising after the fall, that's where the magic happens. Every time you pick yourself up, you're not just standing, you're building. You're building resilience, shaping your character, and strengthening the foundation of who you are. With each rise, you gain a little more insight, a little more perspective, and a little more courage. The struggles you face are the chisels that carve out your strength. They refine you, test you, and teach you the value of persistence. They teach you that the human spirit is capable of far more than you often give it credit for. Perseverance doesn't just help you overcome challenges, it transforms them into stepping stones. Every time you refuse to give up, every time you push forward despite the odds, you're sending a message to yourself. A message that says, I am capable. A message that says, I am stronger than this. And over time, these moments of perseverance shape your character. They make you more compassionate because you've walked through the fire and understand its heat. They make you more determined because you've seen what persistence can achieve. And they make you more confident because you've proven to yourself that you can endure. Life will knock you down, it's inevitable. But every rise is a victory, no matter how small it may seem. It's a testament to your strength, a reminder of your potential, and a building block for your future. Perseverance is not just about reaching the destination. It's about who you become on the journey. Each fall and rise strengthens you in ways you may not notice at first, but over time you'll see it. You'll feel it. You'll live it. This climb is where greatness lives. Success is not found at the finish line. It's discovered along the way. It's in the moments of struggle, the sweat, the doubt, and the determination that greatness is forged. The destination may glitter in the distance, but the climb is where the real work happens. It's where you face your fears and push through your limits. It's where you find out what you're made of. The climb is uncomfortable. It's steep. And it demands everything you have and then some. But that's the beauty of it. Because in the discomfort, in the strain, you're growing stronger. You're building resilience, grit, and a spirit that refuses to quit. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Each stumble is a lesson. Each moment of doubt is a chance to dig deeper and remind yourself why you started. The climb teaches you that greatness is not handed out, it's earned. It's earned through persistence, through dedication, through the sheer will to keep going when it would be easier to stop. There's a temptation to focus solely on the outcome, to measure success by the trophy, the title, or the applause. But those things are fleeting. The real reward lies in the journey and the struggle and the effort you put in day after day. The climb shapes you in ways the outcome never could. It strengthens your character and gives you a story worth telling. It gives you the confidence to face the next mountain, knowing you've conquered one before. Success is not a place you arrive at, it's a way of living, a mindset that thrives in the process. It's the grit to lace up your boots and keep climbing when the peak feels impossibly far. Greatness is not waiting for you at the top of the mountain. It's being built with every step you take, every obstacle you overcome, and every ounce of effort you give. So don't rush past the climb. Don't wish it away or resent its challenges. Embrace it. Because the climb is where greatness lives. Action over inaction. It's a simple idea, but it holds the power to change everything. When life feels heavy, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, it's tempting to stop, to freeze in place, waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal opportunity, or a clearer path. But the truth is, perfection never comes. The path rarely clears on its own, and waiting does nothing but steal your momentum. Progress, no matter how slow, is always better than standing still. Even the smallest steps can lead to incredible transformations over time. It's not about moving fast, it's about moving forward. Each action you take, no matter how insignificant it might seem, builds upon the last. It's like laying bricks for a foundation, one by one, piece by piece. Individually, they might not look like much, but over time, they create something solid, something unshakable. Inaction, on the other hand, is a thief. It steals your confidence, your momentum, and your belief in what's possible. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of doubt, replaying the same worries and fears over and over again. Action breaks that cycle. It shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what you can do right now. It gives you something to build on, even if the progress is slow, even if the steps feel small. The key is to keep going, even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like the world isn't noticing your effort. Because every great achievement, every big win, starts with a series of small, steady actions. Momentum comes from movement, not from waiting. Courage grows with every step you take, not with every moment you spend thinking about it. Keep moving forward, even when the progress feels like inches instead of miles. Trust the process and trust yourself. Action, no matter how small, carries you closer to where you want to be. Inaction leaves you exactly where you are. So take the step, make the move, and keep moving forward. Failure is a teacher, not an endpoint. It's not the period at the end of your story. It's a comma, a pause, a moment to reflect before you move forward. When you stumble, it doesn't mean you're defeated. It means you're in the process of learning, growing, and becoming. Failure is a mirror that shows you where you can improve. It's a lesson wrapped in challenge, a guide pointing you toward a better version of yourself. The world often sees failure as something to avoid, something to fear. But the truth is, avoiding failure means avoiding growth. It means staying in the comfort zone where nothing extraordinary happens. Greatness is built on a foundation of failures. Every misstep, every setback, every wrong turn contributes to the journey. It's how you respond to failure that defines your path. Do you let it stop you? Or do you let it teach you? When you fail, take a moment to feel it. Acknowledge the disappointment, the frustration, the sting, but don't stay there. Look deeper and ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What can I take from this experience to help me move forward? The answers to those questions are the stepping stones to your success. Failure humbles you, yes, but it also sharpens you. It teaches resilience, grit, and the ability to adapt. It pushes you to think creatively, to find new approaches, and to never stop trying. Every great innovator, every leader, every trailblazer has faced failure. They didn't avoid it. They embraced it, learned from it, and used it as fuel to keep going. So when you encounter failure and don't see it as the end, see it as a beginning of something wiser, something stronger, something unstoppable. Failure is not a roadblock. It's a sign that you're on the road, moving, striving, reaching. And as long as you're moving, you're growing. Learn from failure. Let it shape you, guide you, and propel you forward. Because failure is a teacher, not an endpoint. Every step counts. It's easy to underestimate the value of small actions, especially when your goal feels far away. But progress isn't made in leaps and bounds. It's built one step at a time. Each effort, no matter how small, is a piece of the larger puzzle. No step is wasted and no action is insignificant when you're moving in the direction of your dreams. The mistake we often make is waiting for big moments, for that one grand opportunity to change everything. But the truth is, success isn't about giant leaps. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and doing it again tomorrow. The small things you do each day are what create momentum. They're the quiet victories, the steady progress, the building blocks of achievement. Think of it like climbing a mountain. The summit is your goal, and every step forward, no matter how tiny, gets you closer. Some steps will feel easy, like gliding over smooth ground. Others will test you, demanding more strength, more focus, and more patience. But they all count, because each one brings you closer to where you want to be. Even when progress feels invisible, trust that it's happening. Even when the pace feels slow, trust that you're moving forward. Success is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about having the courage to take the next step, even when the journey feels long. It's about celebrating every bit of progress, no matter how small. Each step matters because it shows commitment. It shows resilience. And it shows that you believe in your vision enough to keep going. No effort is too small. No action is wasted. Because every step you take brings you closer to life you're building. Every step counts. Resilience is key. Life will knock you down. It's not a question of if, but when. The real measure of greatness isn't in never falling. It's in how you rise after each fall. True greatness is forged in the moments when you feel like giving up, but choose to get back up instead. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship. It's about facing it head on. It's about enduring the storm, bending without breaking, and standing tall when the sky's clear. When you fall, it's easy to feel defeated. The weight of failure, disappointment, or loss can make you want to stay down. But resilience whispers to you in those moments, reminding you that you're stronger than this setback. Rising after a fall doesn't mean ignoring the pain. It means acknowledging it, learning from it, and using it to fuel your next move. Every time you stand back up, you're rewriting the narrative. You're showing yourself and the world that a fall is not the end of the story. It's just a chapter. Resilience builds character. It gives you the courage to face challenges and the confidence to keep pushing forward. Each fall you endure teaches you something new about yourself. It shows you the depths of your strength, the power of your determination, and the yielding spirit within you. Rising after a fall doesn't just make you stronger, it inspires others. It reminds them that setbacks are not permanent and that perseverance can turn struggles into triumphs. Resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you build. You build it every time you choose to keep going. Every time you refuse to let failure define you. Every time you rise. Greatness isn't about avoiding the fall. It's about what you do after. Because rising after a fall isn't just an act of strength, it's the very definition of resilience. Rise for others. There will be times when the weight of the world feels too much to bear. When your own strength feels like it's not enough. In those moments, remember that your journey is not just for you. There are people who believe in you, who look to you for inspiration, for hope, for proof that perseverance can lead to greatness. Rise for them. Rise for the ones who see your potential even when you can't. For the loved ones who cheer you on, who stand by your side, and who believe in your dreams as much as you do. Your resilience is not just your own, it's a gift to those who care about you. It's a message that says, if I can keep going, so can you. When you persevere, you're not only moving toward your goals, you're showing others what's possible. Your strength becomes their encouragement. Your victories, no matter how small, remind them that success is within reach for anyone willing to fight for it. But rising for others goes beyond the present. It's about the legacy you're building. the mark you'll leave behind, not just in accomplishments, but in the impact you've made on those around you. What do you want to be remembered for? Not just for what you achieved, but for how you made people feel, for the way you inspired them to rise after their own falls, for the courage you showed in the face of adversity. Legacy isn't built in moments of ease, it's crafted in the moments when you choose to keep going, even when it's hard. When you persevere, you're writing a story that will live beyond you, a story that will inspire others to believe in themselves and push through their own struggles. So when you feel like giving up, think about the people who are watching, who are rooting for you, who are counting on your example. Rise for them. Rise for the future you want to create. Rise for the legacy that will echo long after you're gone. Conquer your mountain. We all have one, that towering challenge that looms large on the horizon. It may seem insurmountable at times, intimidating in its height and relentless in its demands. But success isn't about the mountain itself. It's about the determination to climb it step by step, no matter how steep the path. Relentless determination is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's the decision to keep going when the journey gets tough, when the obstacles seem endless, and when progress feels painfully slow. Every great achievement begins with the decision to start, followed by the resolve to never stop. It's not about how fast you climb, it's about your commitment to keep moving upward. Determination means refusing to let setbacks deter you. It means finding another way when the first path is blocked, adapting to the terrain as it changes and staying focused on the peak, even when the summit disappears into the clouds. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the mountain to shrink or the climb to get easier. It comes to those who dig deep, who push past their limits, and who keep their eyes fixed on what lies ahead. The climb will challenge you. It will demand everything you have and more. But it will also reveal your strength, your courage, and your ability to endure. Each step forward, each obstacle overcome is a testament to your resolve. And as you ascend, you'll find that the climb itself transforms you. It shapes your character, builds your resilience, and gives you a deeper appreciation for what it means to achieve something truly meaningful. When you finally reach the top, it's not just the view that will take your breath away. It's the knowledge that you earned it. That every ounce of effort, every drop of sweat, and every moment of doubt was worth it. You didn't just conquer the mountain. You conquered yourself, the doubts, the fears, and the limitations you once thought held you back. So whatever your mountain may be, face it with relentless determination. Climb it with unwavering purpose. And when you reach the top, you'll know you've achieved something extraordinary. Never stop moving forward. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, when progress feels slow, or when obstacles seem insurmountable. But the key to reaching your dreams isn't perfection, it's relentless forward motion. Even when you don't have all the answers, even when the road ahead is unclear, as long as you keep moving, you're getting closer to where you need to be. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you envision. Momentum is a powerful thing. It's the force that keeps you going when everything else seems to push you back. And that momentum is built by the simple decision to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Sometimes the progress is barely noticeable, and you may wonder if your efforts are even making a difference. But trust that each step counts. Trust that the path you're carving with your perseverance will lead to something greater than you can see right now. Relentless forward motion doesn't mean you won't face setbacks. It doesn't mean you won't get knocked down or feel discouraged. But it means that you keep getting up. You keep moving even when it's hard, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It means that you refuse to let anything stop you from reaching your dreams. You might take a detour. You might slow down at times to catch your breath. But as long as you keep moving forward, you're still heading toward your goal. The key to success isn't in waiting for the perfect moment. It's in embracing the imperfect, messy journey and continuing to push forward with everything you have. Don't let fear, doubt, or failure derail you. Let them fuel your forward motion. Let them remind you that you are stronger than any obstacle in your way. Never stop moving forward. Because relentless forward motion is the path to your dreams, and you're closer than you think. So remember this, the road to success is never straight, and the climb can feel endless at times. But each fall, each setback, each challenge is just another step toward greatness. It's not about how quickly you reach the top, but how relentlessly you keep moving forward no matter the obstacles. The power of perseverance is in your hands. It's in the small steps you take every day, the resilience you show in the face of adversity, and the unwavering belief that no matter how tough it gets, you will rise and keep moving forward. Rise for those who believe in you. Rise for the legacy you want to leave behind. Keep climbing, keep striving, and never stop. Because success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And if you keep moving forward, there is nothing that can stand in your way. So take that next step. Embrace the struggle. And remember, greatness is not a matter of luck, it's a result of relentless forward motion. Keep moving forward. Your dreams are waiting for you.